What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
Genetically speaking, men are about 97% female and women are 100% female, which means that female is the genetic default gender of our species, and that ratio is diminishing over time. And in about a couple million years, women are going to be the only gender, and they will be able to reproduce asexually.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
If you drink a tea out of sage and marigold, you can have a miscarriage because the effect those two have on your body is really strong contractions in your uterus that will squeeze the fetus out of you.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
If you suck on a Jolly Rancher and put it on someone's house window, when they remove it, the window will shatter. Bologna, if you throw it on a car, will peel the clear coat and cause the paint to peel off as well. And lastly, my biggest secret, if you kill someone with an icicle, when the icicle melts, there's no murder weapon left behind and no fingerprints. If you don't know that person, if it's just a stranger, they'll never know.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
That if you angrily masturbate to a picture of another man's money and then jizz into your mouth, you effectively combine all 7 deadly sins.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
I studied physics in college, and one day we learned about Faraday cages, which are metal structures that block radio frequency signals. And I thought, don't stores put RFID tags on things that are expensive? And if you walk through the door, the alarm goes off? Well, all you gotta do is use a Faraday cage, like a piece of aluminum foil. Wrap the foil around the tag, and now the alarm doesn't go off.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
So there's this very famous YouTube couple that everybody knows because they're everywhere. They've got a perfect house, perfect family, everything. I'm not going to mention their name because to avoid a scandal, but my cousin is pregnant for the husband.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
There is a pressure point in people's thumbs where if you press hard enough, it can cause a bubble to go through their veins and cause them a heart attack. And by the time the police and people who investigate the body actually get there, the injury will be completely gone and it will just go down as a normal heart attack.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
If you're under 18 and you go into a store and rob them, but you have to be naked, that's the key part. You have to be naked, under 18, go into a store and rob them, they can't look at the security footage because that's child pornography. Look at me doing shit.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
One of the easiest and most effective ways to burn fat is to go for a fasted walk in the morning. Because it's such a low intensity exercise, your body doesn't want to use up its precious muscle glycogen or muscle sugar, because that's used for things like reacting really fast, sprinting, running away. And because you're fasted, your body has no food to draw energy from. Instead, your body will utilize its fat stores to give you energy for this walk. And there are other physiological and mental benefits that you'll get from being in a fasted state. And you want to be walking at a brisk pace. You want to be breathing rhythmically so that it gives your body a reason to draw energy from the fat. Typically, it's easiest to go for a walk in the morning. I'll usually go for an hour. Throw in your earphones, put on a podcast, listen to music, or listen to silence if it's that early. It's really peaceful. And it's kind of therapeutic too. And that is the easiest way to directly burn fat off your body.